and welcome to this new video. In this video we are going to learn standard 5th subject EVS. Okay, so in first lesson of EVS we have seen about the super senses, about the animals. Okay, for example, we seen about the dog, we have seen about the cats, we have seen about the tigers, some wild animals also. That super senses means their body parts, and from their body parts they comes to know that what is the actually situation. Okay, so that was the first lesson. In this video we are going to start a new lesson, and before that lesson I want to tell you something, or I want to ask you something. Okay, have you ever seen the snake? I think everyone having see snake in front of you or near your house or somewhere, but you have seen a snake. Okay, that is the next part that I will ask you, what you feel after watching the snake and which things you were thinking after watching snake. But before that, if I told you something that shocking, you will not surprise, or you should not surprised with that thing. Which thing I am going to tell means, that means 2 years ago, means in your grandfather period, when your grandparents was child, at that time you can ask to your grandparents, when in their childhood there was a man who is having snake with him for 24 hours. Yes, you are right. Means a snake is living with man for 24 hours. What they doing? They are wandering place to place, villages to villages, and they stopped at one place, at the village, in the crowd place. Then that man having one pot, and in that pot there was his snake. Then he putting that snake outside, is starting to sing the bean, and then that snake was dancing in the crowd area. And how that snake is dancing, to watch that dance, everybody is gathering there, everybody gathering around that snake. And how he is singing that bean, according to that sound, that snake is moving his body. Okay, so to watch that, everyone is gathering there. But a part means that snake not harmful to that man who is gathering was there. That snake is not harmful to them. Why? Because that was a pet snake. Yes, pet snake means still now also some families are using snake as a pet. Okay, so there is one video on the internet, you can see that video. There is one girl, she is having python as a pet. That python is I think 10 to 11 foot longer, and then also that girl loves that python very much. Okay, like this, that time also that snake were the pets. Okay, so we actually will start the lesson, the snake charmer's story. Now charmers means what? Who is having pet snake, or who is catching snake, that we call charmers. So see on page number 15. I am Aryanath. I can do something special which I am sure none of you can do. Do you know what? I can play the bean. You must be surprised. Yes, I can make snakes dance by playing the bean. I have learned this art from my family members. We people are known as Kalbelias. Means that family who is having pet snake. That family is called Kalbelias. Means it's their separate term. Okay. Then my grandfather Roshan Nathji was famous among our people. He could easily catch many poisonous snakes. He tells me many stories about his past. Now that Aryanath is there, he is a Kalbelia. Kalbelia means what? That family having pet snake. He can sing a bean and he is forced to dance snake. Okay. Still also some students and some people are there who is very scared to the snake. Means they are very scared. Not snakes are very scared. People scared to snake. But actually students, you know, snakes are not dangerous to us until you will not disturb them. If you disturb them, they will definitely dangerous for you. But see, if one snake is there, he is passing through a way, we are standing there, we just standing there, we have not doing anything, and that snake passes away. But see, that snake is going away, and if you disturb it, you put a stone to him or anything, which means he will disturb, then he will definitely harmful to you. Okay, so see page number 16. Dadaji remembers. Means Dadaji is saying that from the time of my grandfather, the grandfather, we have always been saperas, snake charmers. Means sapera. Snakes have been an important part of our life. Means Kalbelias, which having the snakes are the important part of life. We used to move from village to village carrying our snakes in bamboo basket. As I told you, they having one bamboo basket, and in that bamboo basket they having their snakes, and they are moving to village. Wherever we stop in a village, a crowd would gather around us. We would then snake out our snakes from our baskets. Means when people comes to them, people gathers there, they put their snakes out from that bamboo basket. Even after the show, people would stay on. After the show also means when snakes goes in that bamboo basket, they cover that bamboo basket, then also people stayed there. Why? They knew that in our tin box there were many types of medicines for them. We made these medicines from plants collected from the forest. Means that Kalbelias having medicines. They are carrying medicines with them also. Means suppose in gathering or in that peoples know that Kalbelias having some medicines, and that medicines they will give us, and that are the totally agricultural medicines. Means from forest they collect some leaves and they made that medicines. So people stay there, people stop there to take that medicines. Then I had learned all this from my grandfather. I felt nice that I could help people with my medicines. Means see, Aryanath is there. Aryanath's grandfather telling to Aryanath that his grandfather, great grandfather, was doing this. I felt nice that I could help people with my medicines even if doctors and hospitals were far off. Means totally doctors and hospitals were not at that time. So that Kalbelias were helping to the peoples. with their medicines. If doctors and hospitals were far off, in return, people would give us some money or food grains. In this way, we could manage our life. Means in that period, in ancient period, that people's giving medicines to the peoples, and that people's giving money or some food grain to the Kalbelias or Saperas. Then that Saperas managing their life like this. Then sometimes I was called to places where someone had been bitten by a snake. From the marks of the bite, I tried to find out which snake had bitten the person. Means suppose sometimes that Kalbelias have to go at that place where snake has bitten to the man. Bitten means dasna. So snake has bitten to the man, and what he had to done at that time, he goes to that people whose snake is bitten, and he watched that the sign. What is the sign of that snake teeth? And then he comes to know that which snake was there and it was poisonous or not, and then he decided to the medicine I have to give or not. Then, but I have not always been on time to help. As you know, some snake bites can even cause death on the spot, but most of snakes are not poisonous. Means most of snakes, means 100 out of 90 snakes was not poisonous, but some are, means 10% snakes was too poisonous, and if they bitten us, that cause a on the spot death. Sometimes when some farmers would come running from help shouting snake, snake, I would catch the snake after all. Catching snakes was something I had been doing since my childhood. Means to catch a snake. Some farmers were there, they were working in the farm, and suddenly if they saw a snake, they were shouting and they ran away from that farm to the village, and they are shouting snake, snake, snake. And that time the grandfather goes there, he catch that snake and he pet that. Then, oh, those were the good days. We could help a lot of people in many ways. We also entertain them. It was not like today when everyone watches TV for entertainment. That time TV was not there, and somehow or some people's having one TV. Okay, then when I grew older, my father taught me how to remove their poisonous teeth from. He also taught me how to close the tube of poison in the snake's mouth. Means the Kalbelias, the Saperas knows that how to remove the poison of snake and how to do. A poison snake is there, but that unpoisonize that snake. They knows that all treatment, how to do that all things. Okay, today we'll stop here, and next part we will continue. But before that, you have to ask your grandparents that if it is true or false that people having snakes or not. Okay, discuss with your grandparents and discuss with me also. Thank you.